Hey Shooby Doodlers, I have been away on holiday vacation to the beautiful island of Crete in the Mediterranean Sea, and I've taken my sketchbook, and these are all the colours that I've had with me, and I've had a rotary tachygraphic pen and a Pentel paintbrush, and this is all I have used, and this is 7 days worth of work I'm going to show you now. This is on the way at the airport. I tried drawing Mrs. Rayner while she was drinking her coffee, but she kept moving. She was looking at everybody, so I couldn't get. She's not very good model. So, and this is kind of waiting to board and looking down. Here's the aircraft, and these are the, I don't know, what they're putting the food on there or something, isn't it? This is the petrol tanker and the luggage going on board there, and one of those escalator things here. And on the way, we saw a red kite on the M50, the motorway, which is exciting for me. Anyway, so, and then while we were having our coffee, I was sort of sketching people in the arrivals lounge, waiting for their loved ones to appear. And this was the lovely stewardess that we had on the plane. We got there. We eventually got to our hotel quite late at night, and they said, "Sorry, we haven't got a room for you." So they put us up for the night in the hotel next door while they sorted things out. Well, they only had German TV for some reason. So we were watching a German horror film, and I drew this. And the first morning, one of the things I've really learned this week is that if you can relax and you've got time, your drawing really does improve, and you kind of, build on something each day. So I was just painting something to start off with, just to get going. And having done that, I thought, my style is pen and ink and wash. Go back to it. And see, trying to do this is kind of classic watercolour kind of style. It's not really me, whereas as soon as I do that, it's more me. Of course, we couldn't get a sunbed the first day, so we went on the beach and looking down on the beach, which was quite interesting. So there were lots of people to draw, and this is kind of a plant I found growing down by the beach, and just kind of drawing things happening, boats going past, and I started getting a bit obsessed by the waves. How many waves did Hokusai observe before he even began to work out the Great Wave? I started writing here. And I got a bit obsessed with Hokusai. You must know his great painting, The Great Wave. And every time I started drawing waves, I kind of feel, I've got that so imprinted in my head, I can't get away from it. At Birmingham Airport, I first encountered Amazon lockers. I don't know about these things. You can order today and come and pick it up at the airport tomorrow. You can type your number in and the door opens and whatever. I'm a country bumpkin. So anyway, these are more sort of people on the beach and poses and just watching on the beach. Great fun. And as we were going from the airport to the hotel, I saw this amazing rock silhouetted against this brilliant blue dark sky, fantastic sky with this fantastic moon, and the outline of the mountain or whatever it was made this incredible face in silhouette. And we had a guy at the hotel who was obviously a bodybuilder or something. I was very pleased with how he looked. So, he didn't look like that. This is just kind of based on the idea of what he looked like. And none of these are really portraits of anybody. They're just kind of stylized versions of the people that I've seen, so I wasn't trying to do portraits. And here's that plant again, and I'm going to be talking about the plant and why I was drawing it on art school this month. This month's art school assignment is going to have a lot to do with this, so if you want to know what that's all about, you're going to have to come and join my art school. The link is up here. Okay. And Icarus, this is Icarus. And while I was sitting on the beach looking up at the big blue sky, I realised that was the sky that Icarus and Daedalus flew across as they escaped from Crete, or tried to escape from Crete. What did I write? This plant grows out of the concrete by the beach. Icarus would have known it and would have flown over it, perhaps the last green thing he ever saw. So I don't know, I kind of sense this history in places. And this is where I start getting slightly obsessed with the waves. And especially the foam on the top there, trying to work out what to do with it, how to draw it. It was very hot. So I just sat under a shade and drew more shades. And thinking about Icarus Thinking more about Icarus. If he'd done as he was told, he they would have reached the mainland. Do you know the story of Icarus? And he was told not to fly too close to the sun, and he did, and the wax on his wings melted, and he died. They would have reached the mainland and may never have been heard of again, requiring secrecy to avoid recapture or something or other. They would have had to keep their amazing achievement a secret, and maybe the dream of flight would never have been kindled in man's stream of consciousness. It's a bit deep, isn't it? This is what happens when I sit in the sun on the beach. Here's our bodybuilder again and his little daughter, trying to get his attention as he would just stand on the beach posing while his family took photographs. This is thinking about waves again. I spent a lot of time just looking at waves. The most extraordinary sunsets we had on the beach there. And I've never seen sunsets like that before. And I've seen sunsets painted like that before. And I thought, oh, these people are on psychedelic drugs. They're not. It just, never mind. So anyway, just after sunset, when all the reds have fled the sky, the surface of the waters turned to molten chrome. I was getting a bit poetic. I don't think I'd even had a drink by then. And I'm working out the patterns of the waves and the colours and how it all works. This actually reminds me of patterns on turtles, which of course they're trying to escape their prey, so looking like the sea is quite a good thing to do, isn't it? These are more people on the beach. And this is working out what the colours are on the beach, because your eye is basically seeing the sky reflected on the surface. So if the water was completely still, it would be the colour of the sky completely. But as it gets broken, then you get this kind of refraction where it looks down into the sea, and that kind of gets refracted in like a prism. So all those wavy bits get kind of dark, and the closer they are to you, the shallower it is. So you're getting the kind of sandy kind of colours, and the further away, then you're getting those dark greens and blues, which is like the thickness of glass. When you look at a really thick piece of glass, that kind of goes green. So I was just kind of trying to work out what was actually going on. More people. And kids playing. And we went for a little day out to an old Venetian fortress in a place called Rivimno. Had a cup of coffee and I drew that. This was waiting for a bus, so I started drawing palm leaves. And I started drawing my own big waves. Just trying to work it out. Trying to work out these waves. And that's a bit better. But they move so quickly and they're just changing all the time. I was thinking I wish people would stop moving, because I started drawing her. She was standing there watching the waves and then she moved. And so I kind of... But waves are constantly moving. And this is working out... And this also was trying to work out how the waves were working, because as we came into the water, there was a bit of a dip, and then there was a bump, quite a big bump. So this is actually the best place to go swimming around here, because you could stand up and it was, felt safe. And also the waves would come here. Some of them would crest, and that's where the best waves would be crashing. It was great fun being in those waves. But sometimes they would come along, because it's coming along here, and as it hits here, all the power then kind of goes up. And that's when they crest. But sometimes you've got something else coming back from here, and the two kind of things just cancel out. And when you think there's going to be a big wave, it doesn't happen. The evolution of the prickly pear. Well, I'm not going to talk much about that, because that also has to do with this month's assignment on my art school. Click here to find out more. And here we have more waves. It's just trying to get this moment where it just starts flicking and off it goes. It depends. See, that flick depends quite a lot on a breeze and so many things. There's Mrs. Rayner reading her book. She read a book, I drew. Here I am, thinking about waves and whatever. I'm trying to simplify how to draw them. And in fact, I've done one on Draw Stuff Real Easy. And again, if you join my art school, you can get the step-by-step sheets. I've done it. So this is what the Draw Stuff Real Easy one will look like. Here's the link. And yeah, so I started getting a bit philosophical about waves. Next time I think I will bring a nice block of watercolour paper. This isn't the best paper in the world. It's not a Moleskine, this one. I like a cheap sketchbook because it doesn't make you too precious, but suddenly I thought I would have liked to have spent some time doing a really nice thing on a good paper. That's also something to do with this month's assignment. It's our hunky weightlifter. Takes forever to look this good. And there he is again. These ladies on the beach. This is sort of to do with thing, almost. Anyway, I quite like these prickly pears. I was thinking two of them standing together, having a romance. And like, on the, this is just at the end, every afternoon they were doing, down by the pool, they play this kind of lounge music. So by the end of the week, my brain was going dum 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 dum. So I did the cool sound of lounge, and that's basically it. Like I did, I was doing a bit of other kind of work at the back. This is a picture book project I'm working on, and thinking about and planning about this month's assignment, and all sorts of other things. So all the ideas that I was having were going in the back. All the sketches were in at the front. There you go. That's my holiday sketchbook. That's a week's worth. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, why not go and have a look at my sketchbook playlist with lots of stuff about sketchbooks and other places I've been, or have a go with the mystery drawing. Click that logo and subscribe for lots more drawing videos on this channel, and why not come and support me on Patreon and join my art school there, get step-by-step sheets, lots more. We're having a lot of fun on there at the moment. Just about starting our second assignment. And in the meantime, keep drawing. Practice. Have a great holiday and vacation if you're going on one. And I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye-bye.